Our Unit 1B is the hospital pharmacy and its organization, which include the total function responsibility of hospital pharmacy. As we seen that what hospital should contain in Unit 1st A. Now in this topic we are understand the function and definition of hospital pharmacy, location and organization of hospital pharmacy, requirement of the staff, qualification of the staff, function and responsibility of the hospital pharmacist. So very first is the definition of hospital pharmacy. So it is the department in which competent and legal qualified pharmacist is working and manufacturing, store, compounding, quality checking, dispensing, pack and distribute the drug inpatient and outpatient. Inpatient it means the patient which are hospitalized, and outpatient it means outside the patient who are coming for the regular checkup, for the general checkup. Now this hospital pharmacy having the wide role and responsibility which include the important task to increase the accuracy and ethical information of medicine use and function of hospital pharmacy. So hospital pharmacy service have the both service. It means two kind of service. First is the clinical and second one is the operational function. Now starting with clinical service, so this clinical service include the drug therapy selection. In this we are selecting the therapy for the drug therapy for the disease, review and screening for the allergy. We are checking the allergic reaction, drug interaction, drug food interaction. So this all the things are coming under the clinical service. Now second is a pharmacy and therapeutic committee control the state of the art drug therapy. It means the formulary, informative service, antidote information, all these are under this clinical service. Next clinical service is education program provided to the patient, to the hospital staff, to the pharmacy staff for the development of the hospital and education level. So this all the kind of services are under clinical service. Next and last service is the patient assistance program, which allowed the free medication for the eligible patient through the major company of the drug. So it means here the funding program are done by the clinical service department in hospital pharmacy. Next service is the operational service or operational function. So they are including the drug procurement, contracting, purchasing for the special drug order like the chemotherapy of the drug for the patient, cancer patient. So here the all the contract, purchasing, billing, all the things are under this service. Next, decrease the waste of during the packaging and during the compounding procedure. Provide the unit dose for the accuracy and prevent the error. Next work is store the medication according to the order. It means either they are storing the medication according to the alphabetical way or according to the numerical way. So that's why it is easy to get the drug from that store easily. Next, they are preparing the special compounding for the intravenous administration. They control the compliance is administrative department. They are also planning and organizing and generating the policies for the hospital. The quality assurance function is done by this unit to inspect the drug safety, to track the medicational error, to find out the drug interaction, to find out the adverse drug reaction, so many. Next, the organizational structure of the hospital pharmacy. So how it is organized? So very first, there in this hospital pharmacy department, it is consist of the various division like compounding, dispensing, manufacturing, production, quality control and library and administration, so many. Now in this department, on this hospital pharmacy, one person is at the head post, so he is known as a head of the pharmacy. and he is the responsible to the administrator. It means in last first A unit we learn about the responsibility and work of the administrator. So this hospital pharmacist, head of the pharmacy, is under the administrator, working under the administrator. So it means when administrator ask about the hospital pharmacy department, this person, head of the pharmacy, should give the required information when the administrator asks. Now, next, in this hospital pharmacy, first is the head of pharmacies. After that, he has the assistant chief pharmacist who is present into the hospital depending on the work, how much work is there. After that chief pharmacist, there is the assistant pharmacist, and after that they have the secretary, for or we can say they have the other official clerk. And after that there is a staff pharmacist, technicians, pharmacy worker, helpers, so many for the dispensing, manufacturing, drug supply, library, sterile dose preparation, for this kind of process. Now pharmacist requirements. So requirement of the trained pharmacist depend on the size of the hospital and service. It means the requirement of number of pharmacy in hospital is calculated based on the workload, like how much number of prescription they are receiving and dispensing day, and how much bed available in the hospital. So according to the rule, if there is a small hospital, it means 50 bed hospital, so they required minimum 3 pharmacists. But if the hospital is large, like 100 bed, so they required 5 pharmacists, 200 bed, 8 pharmacists, 300 bed, 10 pharmacists, 500 bed, 15 pharmacists. So according to the size of the hospital and size of the bed, they are require the pharmacist. Next is the floor requirement. So here the floor area of the hospital pharmacy in hospital is depend upon the operation number of division. Operation, it means you are manufacturing the, or you are compounding the tablet or compounding a powder, whatever, at your hospital pharmacy level, or you are just dispensing the products. So according to the operation, according to number of division, according to medicament manufacturing, according to number of patient, it is depend on the size of the indoor patient, staff strength, etc. parameters. Now the area should be not less than 250 square meter. It means the hospital pharmacy floor should be 250 square meter. If there is increase in the bed size, so increase in the area, it means if there is 100 bed, so it required 250 plus 100 square meter. If there is a 200 bed, it means add 6 square meter per bed. So here this kind of floor area is maintained, which is according to the law and norms by the DNC Act. So this all the area are following the laws and norms of the Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now there are some requirements. Floor should be clean, acid resistant, smooth, light in color, and all this maintenance of the temperature and humidity for the storage. Next is the equipment. Which kind of equipment are present into the hospital pharmacy? So first one is the prescription case, working table and counters, drain board, cabinet for storing the pestle and mortar, narcotic wands, refrigerator, oven, office desk, dispensing counter, so many. Next, professional requirements for the chief hospital pharmacist. Now head of the department, head of the pharmacies. So chief hospital pharmacist should have the academic, administrative and professional, 3 kind of combination work. Now he should be postgraduate in pharmacy or pharmacology and having the license from the drug control authority, having the vision and division to organize, to direct the activity and function of the pharmacy. Now, he is the member of hospital committee and having the good knowledge about the related drug use, pharmacokinetic, dynamic parameters, storage condition, so many things. Now, this chief pharmacist organize the training of the student of the pharmacist, nursing staff, so many, and he is also involved in the active research for the development and evaluation. Next, academic and professional requirement of other pharmacy staff. So here there is a schematic representation or graphical representation in which first one is the head of department, chief hospital pharmacist. Under him there are so many like secretary, chief pharmacist, staff pharmacist, pharmacy student. After that he is watching on the manufacturing, research, supply of the drug, quality control, this kind of activity. Now academic, it means the staff having some qualification. So manufacturing chemist should be responsible for the manufacturing division, and he is having the license from the drug control authority and a post graduate degree in the pharmacy. Now we are talking about the quality control chemist. So he is observing the quality control division. He should be postgraduate in the analytical chemistry and approving having the license of drug control authority. So this kind of all qualification and license person are handling the pharmacy. Now location and layout. So inpatient setting of the hospital pharmacy is a unique, and patient treated by a pharmacist will have a more complicated condition. In this, the staff of the pharmacy have the different department like the oncology, IV, neonatal, nutrition, so many. Now, these staff pharmacists are responsible for dispensing the medicament, purchasing from the wholesaler, monitoring the drug therapy. This kind of so many works they have to do and responsible for that. Now, location of the pharmacy in the hospital is two type. One is a centralized. Centralized, it means all the equipment, all the staff, all the storage condition are middle single area of the hospital. Single, it means one part are reserved for work and person. And second type is the decentralized. Decentralized, it means main pharmacy is present in the central location, but there are some mini pharmacies which we called satellites. So this is the decentralized because we are giving the mini pharmacies to distribute the drug at the located area for the patient care unit. So these are the location layout of the hospital pharmacist. So there is the aseptic area for the sterile preparation, then the where the drug is manufactured. After that there is a raw material. So very first there is a raw material. When raw material comes, it is stored into the stores. After that manufacturing section, then finished product are stored. In between there is a passage, and the starting of the left side administrative section where the billing and all the procedure are done, and here is the dispensing and open space. So at the dispensing counter the patient should collect the medicine and requirement necessary. Now staff and faculty facilities requirement. So here the department consists the so many department, and department like director of the pharmacy, they should be M.Pharm in pharmacology, and having the department, first is the dispensing department, manufacturing department, clinical department, quality control department. This manufacturing department further divided into the sterile section and non-sterile section. So this kind of the distribution according to the department. Now staff. So the number of staff depend on the number of bed present in the hospital. Also it is depend on the outpatient and inpatient service. Also it is depend on the manufacturing and formulation of the drug at the hospital pharmacy level and how much work they are having. So according to that, the number of staff, the number of pharmacists are required. Now general staff member are as follows. So generally, first one is the chief pharmacist, second is registered pharmacist, one registered pharmacist for 60 patient. Next is the assistant safai karmachari and attendant. So other next is the clerk. Next is the hospital pharmacy need the chemist and analytical chemist for the manufacturing process. And next, if the bed size is 50, 100, 200, 300, 500, so pharmacist number is should be for 50 bed required 3 pharmacists, for 100 bed required 5 pharmacists. According to the bed, they are needing the pharmacist. Now qualification. So qualification is for the chief pharmacist, there is a post graduation degree in the pharmacology or hospital pharmacy. For the chemist, there are the graduation and 18-month experience in manufacturing. For the analytical chemist, they have the graduate post graduation in pharmacochemistry. So this kind of the all. Now pharmacists having who done the diploma pharmacy and degree pharmacy, so they are registered in the PCI or state pharmacy council. Next, what are the responsibility and functions of the hospital pharmacist? So very first, they dispense the medicine as per the prescription. Next is the management of the store. So they should store the medicine according to the recommendation of the PTC. It means Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee. They should instruct properly for the storage of the medicine. They maintain the record. They control over the storage and dispensing process. They maintain the record of the supply and storage in a hospital. Next, they are manufacturing and distributing the medicament like the tablet, capsule, ointment, so many. They also provide the therapeutic monitoring by administering the drug into the patient. Also, they are maintaining the drug information center. They are counseling the patient, especially outside patient of the department. Also, they instruct the medical staff, nursing staff, and patient. So these all are the working and responsibility of the hospital pharmacist. Now, inpatient or indoor patient having some indoor pharmacist responsibility for the inpatient. So pharmacist should be able to give his active side to treat the indoor patient. So first one is a central dispensing area. So he should ensure that all the drugs are stored and dispensed correctly, check the accuracy of the dosage form. He should keep the proper record and preparation of the bills. He should coordinate with the overall pharmaceutical need for the patient care. He ensure the policies and procedure for the drug. He should communicate